This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Overrated, underrated with Ryder and Lisa.
Underrated, giving your friends the finger.
Hey.
Well,
Where's that coming from?
just felt good. Even better when it's a coworker.
You can go into HR with that. And if they don't do anything about it, they're going to get one of these.
Don't do that to HR. Do you remember when we used to have a coworker here? Her name was Mel. And we just thought she was HR. So we'd always tell her things. And then it took her like 2 years to straight up be like, just so you know, I'm not HR. Quit emailing me your problems. And we were like, oh.
Oh, whoops. You donated blood yesterday. How did that go?
Okay, so this is my second time doing it. First time I went was a breeze because I followed all the rules, drank so much water the night before and the morning of, and then had a salty snack right before.
Okay.
This time, I feel like I walked in thinking I knew everything at that point. So I was like, I'm a pro now. I'm a regular here. I did drink enough water, but I didn't have a salty snack right before. I had it like 2 hours before. Lesson learned, you want to have it as you're walking through the doors.
Okay.
Trust me.
Because you got a little woozy.
I got so woozy. I've never fainted in my life.
Right.
But yesterday was definitely the closest call. I stood up after my appointment. They make you wait 2 to 5 minutes in the chair just to make sure you're all good. And then the snack rack is decently close by, and then they make you sit and eat snacks and drink some sugar before you leave for about 15 minutes.
The snack rack's lit too, hey?
Oh my gosh, it's so good. They got cookies by George, pretzels, chips, pop,
unreal.
juice, crackers.
Could hang out there all day.
I know. It's definitely motivating to go. And the fact that you're saving lives.
Yes, of course.
Pretty awesome. I struggled walking to the snack rack. I really did. And there were some people there that recognized me and they were chatting it up in the chairs and stuff. So I was trying to play it real cool. I was like, don't faint. Don't faint.
Really, hey?
I don't think I've walked that slow before in my life.
And you said the sweat was real too, hey?
Drenched.
I think cold sweat is associated with it. It definitely was the one time I passed out.
Oh, you passed out. Well, tell me more.
It was the most embarrassing story of my life.
Oh, I remember this one.
It was a going away party for a radio guy, so it was like the entire radio community in Edmonton. And we were at a pub on the south side, and I didn't feel great, and I went to the bathroom. And like I'd only had a couple beers, so I know this wasn't just like passing out that kind.
It was actually food poisoning, maybe?
I think I must have. So I was going to the bathroom, and then I realized I had to puke, and so I got up and
did the old twirl around.
Yeah, and ended up, while I was puking standing up, I must have fainted, and I woke up in a cold sweat, and I had the top of the toilet, like the lid, in my hands on top of my head.
So you were probably holding on to it.
I tried to brace myself, I guess, when I went down.
You pooped all over the floor, didn't you?
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, I did.
Oh, I guess we didn't have to put that tidbit in.
Well, yeah, so anyway, I wake up, and I felt like I had just had like the best nap of my life.
How long do you think you were actually out for?
Like a couple minutes, maybe, even like 20 seconds. I have no idea. Maybe 10 minutes. I mean, I had long enough to take a huge dump on the floor. It was just a big cow patty on the floor. And like,
ew, don't call it that.
Having to clean that up while you still feel sick.
Shame.
And like a couple radio buddies came in and were like, why does it smell so bad in here?
Ryder, what are you doing in here? Anyway, yeah, it was a very close call, but lesson learned, you got to eat that salty snack, I think, right before. Plus, my blood takes like 4 minutes to drain, which also I think is like you think you're breaking records, but really...
You don't want to be breaking records for sure.
I don't know if you want to be... done that quick. Anyway, I chugged a Coke, ate some pretzels, felt great within 5 minutes. So it was all good. Go donate some blood.
You hate this YouTube channel. I love it. It's called There I Ruined It, and it's a guy who does mashups of songs that nobody asked for.
They're terrible. They ruin my day. I don't understand why you would dedicate your life to something this cringy.
Oh, I love them. They crack me up every time. Okay, so this is a mashup of Super Mario Bros.
Please say you hate this.
With Eminem's Lose Yourself and then a little surprise twist at the end.
Mom, daddies, he know. He won't have it, he knows. He's so fast, he's loose. He's so many tools. It's help in the music. The moment you roll it, you better handle it. Oh, oh, oh. You only get one shot. Not miss your chance to blow. Hi, my name is what? My name is my name is
It looks like you want to fist fight me for playing that.
Because you're smiling through it. You're a psychopath.
We are joined by Kyle, who is caller 7 and is ready to win some money. What's going on today, Kyle?
Not much, you guys?
Not a lot.
Just chilling. Okay, let's do this. Kyle, you've heard how the game works before, right?
Yep.
For those that are maybe hearing it for the first time, here's what shakes down. Kyle's going to pick a teammate, either Lisa or myself. We'll leave the room, whoever he picks. The other will ask Kyle 5 words. He's got to come up with the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite the teammate back in, and for every word they match and pick the same one, it's $25. If you get them all right, it's $1,000. So let's do this. Who are you rolling with today, Kyle?
I think I'm going to have to go with Ryder.
Okay.
I was kind of hoping you'd go Lisa. I don't feel like getting up.
Well, get out of here.
Ow!
You're good. You're good. Just a little leg cramp. Okay, let's wait till he's completely out of the room. I know that our radio station is not playing in the hallways, so we are safe as of now. Okay, Kyle, what is the first word that comes to your mind when I say cone? C-O-N-E. Cone.
Music.
Moon. Moon.
I feel like Ryder will probably have a similar idea.
Okay.
But
Bus. B-U-S. Bus.
School?
Float. Float.
Said float, sorry.
Yep, float. F-L-O-A-T. Float.
Water?
And the last word, Kyle, what's the first word that comes to your mind when I say straw?
Drink.
Okay. Come on in, Ryder.
Let's do this!
Okay. What is the first word that comes to your mind when I say cone?
I got it's two words, but I'm gonna go with it. Ice cream.
That is
Oh,
wrong.
I thought you said tone.
Oh, no! He thought I said tone.
Yeah.
What do we do in a situation like this?
I'm gonna leave the room again. Give him a new word.
Yeah, let's do that. Get out of here. It's just not fair. It's not fair to you. And I should have asked. I should have reiterated, did you want to say music with cone? Okay, now I gotta think of another word. What's the first word that comes to your mind when I say the word bin? B-I-N. Bin.
Bin. Garbage.
Love it. That's a great word. Okay, come in. I like this. I like that we are still giving Kyle a chance at $1,000. Thank you for that, Ryder.
It's the only fair way to play.
It really is.
Thank you.
Ryder, what's the first word that comes to your mind when I say bin?
Garbage.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Moon.
Okay, I got 2 here.
What do you think Kyle would say?
Bum.
The word is butt. I'm going to give it to him. You know what's so funny is Kyle was like, I think Ryder would say
Well,
butt.
you smirked after
No,
you
I
said it.
didn't. No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
You smirked after you said moon, and I was like, she wouldn't smirk if he said sun.
Okay, I need to have a better poker face in here. That's just ridiculous that's why you said that. We're at $50, Kyle. Let's keep going. Ryder, what's the first word that comes to mind when I say bus?
School?
That's right.
Oh, wow.
This is when it starts to get intense, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 for
Yeah.
3.
Float.
Boat?
Water. It was water. I feel like you answered too fast.
No, I
You gotta
didn't.
think.
Float boat it rhymes
Oh.
and it's a good
It was
word.
good. It was good.
You know
I'm
what?
comfortable with that word.
Okay, you're comfortable with that. Well, let's at least send Kyle home with $100. What's the first word that comes to mind when I say straw?
Drink?
That's right. Kyle, we were so close today, but you're still going home with $100.
I'll take it. It'll make up for the Oilers game last night.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
So true, Kyle.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Take her easy.
You too. Thank you.
Time for Ventsday. Get it off your chest. Victoria has vented. She says she hates when people light up a cigarette in a drive-thru, especially like after ordering, but before picking up. There's nothing worse to a non-smoker than the smell of darts while you're waiting for your order.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, valid. And it's also rude to the people that are working the till. They don't need that smell in their workplace either.
You used to be a smoker,
Yeah. I was a respectful smoker, I think.
but would you ever smoke a cigarette before eating? Isn't it like an after dinner
Yeah.
dessert type of thing?
I think those are for the real hardcores.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the 2-pack a dayers
Right.
that are getting the darts before and after dinner.
Okay, it's Ventsday. What do I want to vent about? Okay, I got one.
Yeah.
I just always have some sort of pain in my body, and I'm curious if that's just something that you have to accept
As you get really, really old.
as you get ancient. No, I'm only 32, but like, why is there always something hurting? Yesterday I had like cluster headaches, or like my knee cramps up, or there's just always something. There's never a flawless day.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good vent. I like it.
Yeah.
Yours is about your kids. What do you got?
I think one of the biggest ones for me is when I wake up in the middle of the night and one of them's standing at the bed just staring at me like they're from the movie The Ring. And I go, Jesus. and then and then they just scatter like a little cockroach back into their room.
Weird.
Yeah, or you'll say like, damn, and they'll be like, bad word alert. Thank you for the call. We appreciate it.
That's so true.
My event today is, why are cameras at press conferences so damn loud? What year is it?
Yeah, use your iPhone.
Like, honestly, are these people bringing in the big cameras that have the stands?
Yeah, and they have all those attachments, so it's like
And like the blanket in front of it?
it's like 4 feet long.
Like, listen to this from yesterday.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure I was pronouncing Tave's name right.
Okay.
Who's going to be the first potential replacement for Kenny. He's the first one to put his name in it, Travis Taves. So I was listening back to the press conference mainly just for how they pronounce his name to make 100% sure I got it right. Listen to the cameras in this press conference.
Okay.
As you know, I indicated my intention to step aside as United Conservative Party leader. I'll be doing so as soon
Wait.
as the party's elected a new leader. And that date will be up to the Leadership Election Organizing Committee.
No. And then, like, at the end, there's a completely different kind of camera. Listen.
What is that?
Leadership Election Organizing Committee.
Can you guys shut? Please.
That's someone just shaking their snack bag. That would be me in the back of a press conference.
Talking about foods you discovered when you were at your friend's house, good or bad.
Yeah, I remember going to my friend Amanda's house after school, and she always had the best snacks, the best cupboard, the best pantry. And she mixed together sour cream, salsa, and Cheese Whiz to dip tortilla chips in, and it blew my mind.
Sounds good.
I was just such a boring kid growing up as far as discovering and mixing things together. It was very generic.
Well, just what was your dad's famous recipe again?
Cheese Whiz in the oven.
And which was?
It was Cheese Whiz on bread put in the oven. That's what we would eat for
Yeah,
dinner.
see, like, so that's why this would have been such a shock
It
that you're
actually-
mixing things like that.
It is delicious.
Yeah.
Don't knock it till you try it. I should actually get a TikTok video of my dad
Talking about it.
talking about it because
Sure.
it gets very specific with what's the best bread and how to get the cheese to bubble up and brown perfectly on the top.
Charity says, I remember going to a friend's house for dinner back in junior high. They made shepherd's pie and there was no cheese on top. I was baffled. What is this nonsense?
Is there supposed to be cheese on shepherd's pie?
Not often. So maybe Charity's family just realized how much better shepherd's pie would be with cheese on. And now that I think about it, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It goes with all those ingredients real well.
Jennifer wrote in saying I'd go to my friend Vanessa's house, and that's where I discovered root beer floats.
Okay.
See, there's nothing better than discovering something that is so delicious. And your parents probably don't want you to ever discover it. Like, think of the sugar The sugar in that.
I had a buddy, he taught me about these bologna sandwiches, which is you fry the bologna and then it's a cheese slice with barbecue sauce and lots of pepper. And then you like cook it grilled cheese style. And like I'm drooling right now thinking about it. It is one of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life. You can add an egg if it's breakfast. Just a dynamite sandwich. And I would have never discovered that specific sandwich if I wouldn't have been at his house where bologna was the ticket.
Raiding your friends' pantries is the best. But Candace wrote in saying, I have a friend that I will never invite over again. She completely overate. Like, I get it. The food was good. But man, we had a barbecue once. She had 3 plates and even went to the extent to hide a plate in the oven. Okay.
Wow. She's really going for it.
I mean, it's a barbecue. Are you not supposed to go back for a second?
Well, when you're hiding plates around the house so you can eat more, that's, you're not letting everybody get it, I guess.
I feel like I would make a move like that. Brad wrote in saying, the roof of my mouth was never the same again after going to a friend's house and discovering pizza bites.
Yeah, nobody warns you.
Nobody warns you about things like that.
Your buddy taught you how to take like Ichiban noodles and such to the next level. Fire away.
Take ramen noodles, but before you put the noodles in, you boil the water and just throw some broccoli crowns in, and then add the seasoning, and then throw some frozen shrimp in that are already been chucked and peeled.
Yeah.
And then add the ramen in and boil it for like until the noodles go soft. And it's banging.
I did that for Lisa once. I made her like a fancy ramen. So
With eggs.
It had boiled egg cut in half. It had seaweed and it had shrimp. And when I went up to grab her bowl,
It's because I had COVID, right?
yeah, all that was left was the shrimp, the egg, and the seaweed. So she literally dodged intentionally everything that I had added to make it special.
That's the biggest middle finger to a guy.
Yeah, like flush the egg down the toilet and make me think you ate it.
Yeah, like that's what my dad always said. If you're not going to eat the sandwich at school, throw it out and don't bring it back home to your mother and disappoint her. Like, you already do that enough in your life.
Oh, that is good.
Awesome. Thanks for that, man.
All right, you guys have a beautiful day.
Much love.
We are joined by Dr. Shin Park from Good to See You Clinic. You do a food sensitivity test, is that right?
That's correct. So people usually are curious about what they're allergic to or sensitive to more likely. And then they have no idea what causes what, especially food, and then what causes of the symptoms, right? So when we do blood testing, a simple blood test, in about 10, 14 days, we get to see a list of foods, whether you're sensitive or not, and what level of sensitivity you have. People usually book through calling us or booking online, and they come for about an hour and a half to 2 hours for initial visit, where we go over history, current problems, everything we go through, and hopefully we can do some testings done and then get some results.
Amazing. So where can people find more details?
www.drshinparknd.com.
ND.com.
ND for naturopathic doctor.
Got it. Awesome.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.